Good day, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day. Okay, what you're looking at here is an old Optiplex computer off lease that I bought a few years ago, and I used it, and it worked pretty well. An old Dell, worked pretty good. But there's always one thing I've always wanted to do, one experiment. You know, if you're building a new computer, or if you're replacing your CPU, your cooler, they always say before you put this on, don't touch it, right? Don't get skin oils all over it and everything. And I've always wanted to know how much that actually affects cooling. So here's what I'm going to do with this computer. I'm going to test it first with Prime 95, right? How it is. I assume this is the way it came from the factory with the factory thermal compound and everything. I'm going to test for 15 minutes, 100%. Take those readings. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the cooler, clean it, right? And touch it. I'm going to be touching it. I'm going to put as much skin oil as I can all over it. And then I'm going to put new thermal paste on it, of course, put it all back together, and I'm going to test it again for another 15 minutes at 100%. Record those readings, and then hopefully I'll have enough thermal paste. And then after that, I'm going to pull it off, clean it how it's supposed to be cleaned. Don't touch anything, right? New thermal paste, put it back together, fit another 15 minutes at 100%, and I'm going to record those readings, and then I'm going to show you guys what I came up with. Okay, you want to do this? Let's do this. Okay, hi everyone. Here we are. I got the Dell hooked up, got everything ready to go. Anybody who wants to see the specs of this old machine, there you go. Okay, good to go. So I got Cupid CPU ID. That's all hooked up, and here's the pre-temps. Okay, and I got Prime 95 ready to go. We'll probably start the clock at 20 after. We'll start the clock at 20 after. And like I said, we'll run this for 15 minutes, get the highest temp on this thing, see what we can do. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull that off and put all my skin oils all over it and see what happens and go from there. You know what? This is close enough. I'm not going to wait. Let's hit it. Boom. Okay, there we go. There we go. 100%. Look at that. CPU's all at 100%. All right, we'll let it run for 15 minutes. Here we go. Okay, we're back again. She is almost there. There's the temps. Your current temps and your lows and highs, right? Or whatever. Okay, it's almost about that time to stop the test. Go ahead and take a little focus here. There we go. Take a snapshot of that real quick. Okay. I can hear the fans revving up. About 77 or so. Okay. I'll go ahead and stop the test. Boom. All right, now the fun part begins. See you then. Okay. There she be. Okay, let's see what it looks like from the factory. Oh. Interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleaned off, and then as soon as I get it cleaned off, I'm going to rub my hands and fingers all over. I'm going to show you guys that. Definitely going to show you that. Put some new thermal paste back on it, and then we will do some more testing. Okay, we're back. Everything's all nice and clean, nice and shiny, as you can see. Now here comes the fun part. I'm going to get my hands, get my skin oils, I'm going to touch it and put it all over the top of the CPU and the fan. And okay, you ready? here we go. Oh no! Oh, oh my gosh! The world is over. Oh, the oil, rubbing all that oil, skin oil. And for your information, I'm taking it off my forehead, so I know there's plenty of oil there. Let's get the top of the fan. Let's get, or the fan, I should say. Oh my gosh! Oh. Oh, I'm touching it. The world is coming to an end. Ah! Okay, I got it nice and oily. Now, it feels slick like oil. Skin oil touch. Okay, we'll put a little bit more on there for good measure. On the CPU. Boy, that feels nice and slickery. All right. Now I'm going ahead. I got my nitrile glove. I'm not going to bore you guys with this part. And I got my compound, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on like Carrie Holzman taught me. You put it on, then you tap, tap, tap. Put it on, and we'll put it all back together. And we'll do some more testing. Okay, good. Don't want to put too much. Right? Don't look bad at all. And then tap, tap, tap. Little valleys and mountains. Oh, pretty valleys and mountains. Okay, I'll put the CPU back on and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. You guys know the drill. We'll start basically about close to 20 after 1 or so. You guys know the drill. Here's the pre-numbers, and I'll have all these saved anyways. The finals. We're going to run Prime 95 again for 15 minutes and see what these temps are since we changed that oil out of there. All right, let's do this. Let's see here. Torture test. Oh, I probably didn't need to do that right. Boom. Here we go. All right, 100%. Watch this sucker. Watch all this heat up. All right. 15 minutes. I'm going to go take a coffee break. See you then. Okay, we're back. It's been 15 minutes with the CPU covered all with oil. There's the temperatures. Yep. 15 minutes. Cooler. Maximum's there, and here's our maximum. So, all right. Ooh. Okay, there it is. Not too bad, I guess. It looked like maybe some of that side didn't get covered a little bit. Not bad. All right. I'm going to clean it. One more time. Everything's nice and clean. You can see how nice and clean that CPU is. Oh, it's a little... not too shabby. It looks like it has. I rubbed it with alcohol anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of that on there. Not too much. Not too much. Okay. Rub it around. Maybe a little bit more. Get all the little edges. Okay. Just a teeny weeny bit, not much. Just a teeny weeny. There you go. Nice. Especially on this side over here. I don't know why it didn't contact over there. It didn't seem to change anything really as far as heat related. Okay. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Right, Carrie. Yeah, right, Carrie. Mr. Carrie Holzman. There you go. Here you go. You're good at this. All right, so I'll put the fan back on top of the CPU. and we'll do some more testing. Okay. All right. We'll probably start this about 5 after 2. Everything's back good. CPU's back in there. I mean, the fan with the clean on the top of the CPU. Everything's done correctly. I didn't touch anything. It's just that clean without rubbing alcohol. And I did it the proper way. So let's do some testing. Boom. There we go. All up to 100%. There's my current temps. Okay, we will run this for 15 minutes with a clean CPU with the compound on it, the new heat sinking compound, done the correct way. Okay, let's see what happens. I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. Finally got the last temps of a correctly installed fan CPU with no oil from my hands. Let's put this on stop. We're done with that. Let that thing cool down a little bit, and then we'll take the final numbers, and I'll compile all the numbers and tell you what happened. So here's the results. The second and the third test was actually cooler than the first test, which makes sense because probably the factory thermal paste was probably old and dried out. But what I found interesting was the actual third test with the clean CPU with the thermal paste was actually a little warmer in certain areas than the contaminated second test with skin oils. So anyway, this was fun to do, and take this as you will.